So along with these staggering power-to-weight statistics, the bike also features a suite of cutting-edge rider safety, performance and comfort technologies. So as standard, the bike features 3 riding modes or 3 power modes. There's a 195 race, 195 horsepower race, 195 sport, and also 120 horsepower wet. The bike also features a sports calibrated selectable ABS system. So in sport and wet mode, there's also an anti-lift function as well. So when you're braking aggressively, the brake system can also control the amount of lift or how much of the rear wheel comes off the ground for even more safety. There's also our 8-level DTC attraction control that was introduced on the 1098. DQS, the quick shift system. Also a new system called EBC, or engine brake control, which in a way works in terms of controlling the amount of torque, back torque through the tyre on deceleration. So through the ride-by-wire system and electronics, the bike monitors crankshaft deceleration and can actually ramp up the idle a bit to fight the forces of deceleration, the things that normally a slipper clutch does as well. It's also full ride-by-wire, and it's the first motorcycle to feature a full TFT display panel, and some of the functions involved in that also has it's also a run-in and a start-up RPM indication, so it'll bring down the RPM on the indicator to show that when you're starting the bike up when it's cold, lowers the RPM limit, and also a run-in as well. There's 3 models that are going to be available in the Panigale. There's the Panigale Normal, and then there's the Panigale S, which is this one here, and there's also the Panigale S Tricolore. The S in the Tricolore also has the added feature of Ducati electronic suspension by Ohlins, so you're able to change the dampening settings electronically through the dash, and then when you select one of the riding modes, either race, sport or wet, the bike will automatically change the suspension settings for the rider as well. On the S and the Tricolore version, there's also full LED lighting. Consistent with many of their other new models, the Panigale will also feature 24,000 kilometre Desmo servicing intervals, so it gives the riders much more a lower cost rider ownership experience. Further underlying the Panigale, how incredible the Panigale is that it's actually going to be the same price as the bike that it replaces. So the standard Panigale and the Panigale S will be the same price as the current 1198 and 1198 SP. And then to add further value, and always with an eye on safety, we're going to also deliver the bike standard with ABS, where in other countries the ABS is actually a higher price. So we're delivering the bike at the same price